So here, East Orlando Chamber of Commerce member. I'm here with Tamara MonLouis of the company Monovan Digital Marketing Solutions, and we are at NOLA Avalon Park in the marketplace. Chef Boone is one of the members of the chamber, and we're here at his restaurant. You can see it behind us, specializing in Asian New Orleans food. He was also part of our Feast of the East, so we got to taste everything firsthand. And I have to tell you, his jambalaya is amazing. And we're looking forward. I'm looking forward to having some beignet later. I was on earlier with Justin, and both Justin and I are going to be back for some beignet. Anyway, I'm happy to sit here with Tamara, who is one of the newer members of the chamber. I've actually been a member for 2 years, but Tamara joined last August, and she has come in full force. So she has moved around. She's meeting people. She's actually making us better business owners and teaching us how to be better digital marketers. So first of all, I want you to tell us, Tamara, what is a digital marketing consultant?
Ooh, what is a digital marketing consultant? Hey everyone, super excited to be here. So a digital marketing consultant is someone who comes in and really helps you to understand the path forward for digital marketing, right? How do you achieve your business goals through digital marketing? And sometimes we're not thinking about that. And a digital marketing consultant can really come in and help you pull that groundwork together, right? Say, hey, we need to use some Google ads to get in front of the right target audience. We're probably going to talk to you a little bit about your website, right? What are the pages? What do they need to look like? What's the content that needs to be there? What are people searching for? They give you an idea of the market share online to let you understand here's the opportunity so you can determine I want to tap into this segment of the market and I want to gain 2-3% of that market share in search or wherever it is online.
Okay. So I'm a new entrepreneur, relatively. I really throw myself into it. And I'm still learning. Every day I'm learning something. And you and I are working together. And you actually tipped me off to some things that I've done wrong, or I could have done differently.
Right.
So as a business owner, when is the best time to bring in a digital marketing consultant?
Sure. I think once you have that business plan created and you're looking at developing your online presence, right? You're thinking about your website. You're thinking about your social media presence. You're thinking about your content. What content am I going to post? You know, a lot of people always think, hey, you need to create content. Well, what content is that? Is that content that your audience is looking for? Is that content you think you should be listening? The digital marketer really helps you to connect with your target audience and define that customer journey for them. Because people have certain behaviors online. When sometimes you're not, as a business owner, you're not thinking about their online behavior. And you really need to understand, well, the digital marketer helps you to understand that. So you can then wrap your goals around your online presence, but give them a customer journey that makes sense for them. Because at the end of the day, it is about that consumer and how they will navigate their online presence to become a customer.
I mentioned earlier that you joined the chamber last August. Tell me about that journey. How did you get to the chamber, and what's it about?
Sure. My team and I have been talking about, stepping outside of the digital landscape a little bit, right? And I was just like, oh, I've heard about chambers and like, I really want to join a chamber. So I did some research and I made a phone call and Trey answered the phone and then he was on vacation and then Dorothy answered the phone and I was just like, these people are awesome and this is the right place. It felt right. Just with the phone call, they all gave some information, super helpful. And then jumping in feet first, I decided, hey, I really want to give this 100%, right? So what does that look like? How do I maximize this opportunity? And it's really showing up to every event that I can possibly show up to that makes sense. It's also stepping in and presenting in places, meeting people, connecting with other networks, showing up in their spaces as well. I'm on two committees, so really jumping in feet first, because it's a strategy that we really want to run for a year to understand if it's viable, and it's already viable, right? So the fact that I've already converted clients means that it's viable, so it's now taking things to the next level. So the chamber has been a great experience, especially being 100% digital before. It's also given me an opportunity to talk to meet new people, new exciting people that I've been partner with. It's just really, really good. I mean, as far as like now, like I know we're going to take my car and get it fixed because all of a sudden you're connected with businesses. So even if they're not looking for your service, you might be looking for their service. So it's just awesome. And the team at the chamber, Andrew, Dorothy, Trey, and Amy are just awesome.
So, no, they are. They keep us busy. I gotta tell you, there's something going on almost every day. So the first year I was part of the chamber, I burned out quickly because I was trying to do everything.
Right.
So I'm doing more, still doing going out, but I'm definitely I cut back a little bit. So, but tell me a little bit about your company.
Sure. So Monovan Digital Marketing Solutions is a digital marketing agency. We really focus on helping small and medium businesses navigate the digital landscape. And what does that mean? We help them get to that place of money in the bank. We want them to say, hey, digital helped me increase my revenue by 10%, by 20%. So we look at the entire landscape, right? When a business comes in, we're looking to see, do they have the right infrastructure? Do they understand the market? And are they running campaigns, and are those campaigns successful? What are the numbers you're looking at? What are the digital metrics that connect back to money in the bank? So we really look at that overarching online presence and how it can help you move the needle forward and get to that place of money in the bank. So many times we hear that people are doing digital marketing or they've done digital marketing efforts, but they don't see the return on investment. And so that's something that we really try to focus in on, right? So as I said, realistic expectations. After 3 months, you should optimize to get to this point so you can start to see those returns. Digital should provide you with a return on your investment. It's really just about sticking through it, right? You have to go through the course, but you also need a strategy. And you need to make sure it's connected to your business goals. So as a business owner, when you're looking at your goals, you're thinking about how does digital fit into this? Is it driving me audiences? Is it driving traffic? Am I getting leads from it? How is it showing up? How is my online presence showing up as my salesperson for me when I'm not there? Is it doing the work for me? And it should absolutely be doing the work for me.
So you mentioned campaign.
Yeah.
Let's break it down for someone who doesn't know what a campaign is. What does that mean?
So a campaign is when you say, hey, I want to increase awareness for my brand. I want to drive more awareness. And you put together a bunch of marketing tactics. So you might be posting on social media. You may say, hey, I'm doing SEO. You might be blogging. You might do a number of activities. But what you're doing is you're doing these activities to get to a goal, right? That goal may be to collect email addresses and eventually you want to convert those people over to people that are buying from you. So you want to look at those tactics, all those things as a campaign, and you want to tie it back to a goal. So a campaign is a well-oiled machine of tactical and strategic initiatives that you're taking to really get to a place of achieving a business goal. And then that might start off by getting email addresses to then turn those people into leads.
I'm going to continue the conversation. I'm going to pause a little bit just to remind everybody where we are. We're at NOLA Avalon Park. Chef Brew is the chamber member and also the chef here and owner. So we're camped out here at the marketplace. I'm Debbie Mitchell, Deborah Mitchell Media Associates. I'm a member of the chamber, and Tamara MonLouis of Monovan Digital Marketing Solutions. So we're here just talking about being chamber members, how it's benefited our businesses, and how we can help them work with other businesses. So we just talked about campaign strategy. I am learning. I got to tell you, the people who start businesses, I've interviewed hundreds of entrepreneurs, whether for TV or for print, and you really don't understand what it is to be a business owner, be an entrepreneur until you're in it. So now I'm in it. You're wearing a lot of different hats, and so whether it's operations, marketing, sales, all those things, you don't realize how much it is and just what it takes to get everything together. So you have a podcast, and it's your business and digital. And I started watching it when I first met her, and a light bulb went off. I was like, oh! Tell us about the podcast.
Sure. The podcast is called Your Business in Digital, and you can find the podcast. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then you can also find it on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, anywhere podcasts are found. But the reason we started this podcast is because we felt that there was a real opportunity to bring the information about digital and digital marketing strategies to business executives, to business owners. So what we've done is we pulled together a CFO, we have a salesperson, we have an operations person, and I'm the marketing person, and we have a conversation about digital marketing initiatives. Usually you find that small businesses, sometimes and medium businesses as well, there's always like beef with sales and marketing, you know. We try to showcase, hey, these people need to talk, they need to speak together, they need to talk together, they need to connect in order for the strategy to move forward. So we have these players there and we bring them to the table and they are really involved in the digital strategy. CFO manager, she talks about digital like a digital marketer, but she's a CFO who can say, hey, if you're bringing me prospects that turn into leads, I can then say, yes, I can, sign off on more money for digital marketing and digital marketing advertising because I can see that return, I can see the path to the return. The salesperson is looking to see how are you generating marketing qualified leads, right? So how are you getting people in the door, qualifying them in a way that makes sense, and sales can then say, okay, great, this person hits these criteria, now I can go talk to them because they're ready, and marketing has helped to prime them through emails, nurture sequences, you know. So it's and then operations, they are really they get the work done. So if this, what is the strategy? What are you implementing? What are you doing? Operations needs to understand that. So we brought together a true small business in the podcast, and those are the conversations that we're having. So your business is digital, live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and all of their podcasts are live.
Oh, that's great. So every business has those four departments, pretty much.
If you think about it, right, every small business, every medium business is an entrepreneur. Sometimes you are wearing all those hats. But if you think about it, every small business kind of has that, the foundation of it, right? You need your CFO, who's the money person, who talks about money, who's the sales team. A lot of times they're different people. If you're an entrepreneur, you're using all those hats. You have to like literally take them off and put them on. To be like, where's my operations hat? Where's my marketing hat? Where's my sales and pricing hat? Where's my CFO hat? Right? You have to have those conversations. You have to become like multiple personalities.
Yes, that is true.
It requires that you're looking at it from that perspective because it lends something to the name.
As we hear this business back here, they're up and running. We'll be ready to eat in a little while. They're working in the kitchen. So, no, you're absolutely right. So whether you're a solopreneur, small business, big corporation, those departments exist, and how they're handled just depends on depends on.
Absolutely, it depends on business. You come from corporate America, so I've worked for brands like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. I worked for Hilton Worldwide. I worked for Pearson Education. So I've seen a lot of the gaps working in those areas, and that's some of the things that we brought along that digital. It's really to number one, have a business conversation around digital with business owners. So we're not talking likes of dollars, right? I always say being the trademark will be on the likes. We're talking about market share. We're talking about the things that matter. So we really try to, when we bring these folks to the table, we're bringing them to the table because they are the decision makers. And as we look at each of the businesses, we want those B2B businesses to see those players in there, right? So it's very relatable because they know the marketing person or they know the salesperson, but it's different if a business executive hears our salesperson say, here's how we connected us through digital, and they're like, wait a second, why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we having that conversation, you know? And how do we have those conversations? So we want to really break down those silos to get to a better business strategy.
So is there one question that every business person comes to you with? Is there one question?
How soon am I going to make money on that? And I was just like, that's the question, and the answer to that is, well, when you started the business, how long did it take you to make money overnight? Right? So a lot of times we're looking for online to be this quick fix, this magic pill, this magic bullet, because that's how social media has been presented. But digital marketing is so much more than social media. So it's really about understanding what are the things that drive people to buy from you. What are the things that drive people to connect with you, to give you their email address, understanding those things. And that takes a little bit of time, right? It takes a little bit of time to it this. If it's a price point that's maybe $50, you may buy it in a day or two. But if it's a price point that's higher, you're doing more research, you want to be sure. So depending on your business, you need to also understand, hey, I did $5,000 price point or a $10,000 price point. No one's going to jump online and just find out about me and buy it tomorrow. There has to be a process where they get to build a loyalty. So you as a business owner have to come to the table and say, this is how long it took me when I was making money offline. I'm not saying it's going to take that long, but I have to look at all those ideas and put that back into it and say, okay, great, let me get to an optimal strategy. Because when you get to the optimal strategy, you'll find that it can work over and over and over, and you're just looking at continuing to optimize that.
I have to say, one of the biggest lessons that I learned being at the chamber, Andrew tells us all the time, it's about building relationships. He says it all the time. Don't come in, expecting someone's going to work with you right away. It's really about meeting people, building relationships, nurturing the relationship. And people work with people they like, people they know. So I think that just stays in my head. And it just makes you think about, it makes me think about
Yeah.
just how I approach business. I'm not insulted if I meet someone and they don't want to work with me right away.
Sure.
Maybe a year from now they come back.
Yeah.
Say, I want to work with you.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I like that the chamber reinforces that message.
Absolutely.
So,
Even in digital, it's about the relationship, right? When people consume your content, that's them building a relationship with you. That's them learning more about you. And what you're doing is you're presenting them with the answers to the questions that they have. So they're getting something from it. So that's that relationship building that then can connect to something else, right? And they can all be online components. It can connect to a webinar. It can connect to to a meeting or to a consultation. But it really is about building relationships, and you have to look at content as a way to do that. Thought leadership as a way to do that, right? The podcast, there's ways to build that trust and start building those relationships to get to that next place. Offline is still very important in the digital space. So how do you make those connections happen?
well, it's funny because the podcast is live stream, and when I was first invited on, I was just so it's like, oh my God, you're doing what I want every business owner to do. You have that online presence. So the live stream, your business digital is a live stream, like you said, it streams on different platforms, and that's what I promote. I specialize in, and I try to tell businesses that video content is a great way to familiarize yourself with people.
Yeah,
People get to know you through video.
absolutely.
And it forms a familiarity over time. Again, time is important. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen overnight. So it's something that I totally agree with you as
Yeah,
far as
like
that.
I mean, it comes right back to TV, right? We know all the people we watch on TV.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
In
yeah,
our
you're my
minds,
best friend.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
So it's that same thing. It's showing up in those spaces. I got the concept for the podcast because I spent 365 days on Clubhouse talking to people about
Oh, tell
business.
people what Clubhouse is for
So
those who
Clubhouse
don't
back
know.
in the day,
Back in the day, back in the day.
2010,
Yeah.
right? It's just a platform where it's audio only. And so during COVID, it was super popular. They thought it was going to take over the world, and then everyone got a vaccine and we were back outside. so, um, so Clubhouse though gave me the foundation for community building, and so it comes back to the relationships. If people are listening to you, you're building that community as a business owner. Those are the people that will buy from you, right? So it's about really building community. And 365 days gave me the blueprint for the podcast because I said, hey, I need to show up in a place where people can listen to me, ask questions, answer those questions, and really help move them forward because they didn't know a lot of the things we were talking about. They didn't understand it. They understood social media because social media is really the thing that everyone pushes forward. Is social media great? 100%, but it's maybe a fraction of the things we need to do to move forward.
Um, I'm going to say this. I agree with you. The Clubhouse, unfortunately, is not here. But during that time, 2020, it definitely brought a lot of us together. It allowed people to understand that digital work can be done online. Some of your best work can be done online. You don't have to meet face to face. And I still meet people who say they rather meet their clients face to face in a room. I said, you can still do that,
Right.
but incorporate video, incorporate other parts of marketing. into the marketing strategy. So it's not one over the other,
Yeah.
it's an addition
It's an addition to it. It
Yes.
has to be. It's a holistic campaign, right?
Exactly.
It's that hybrid is where we are, and I mean, I love that hybrid approach because what I'm doing here in the chamber, a lot of it is offline. It's not necessarily digital, but it still connects to the digital. So there's an offline component. I'm not opposed to it by any means.
So tell us about your campaign that you have going.
All right, so okay, so I turned 50 in like maybe 40 some odd days, but the campaign is 50 days to 50. The transformation of women's worth its weight in gold. So the idea of the campaign is to really connect the personal side, create content personally, and connect the professional side. So how are we doing that? I'm doing a 30-day yoga challenge with one of my clients. I'm doing a 40-day reset with a former client, reset, nutrition reset, but I'm also working on SEO strategies to rank for new keywords. I'm working on email marketing and building out landing pages for a webinar. I'm working on a workshop. So what we're trying to really pull together is a comprehensive strategy that can really look at an evergreen strategy later on to eventually drive people from a webinar to a workshop. So the campaign, there are a lot of moving parts. Some of them started before we announced the campaign last week, so it's updates, and it's different platforms. So on Facebook, what are we posting on Facebook and Instagram versus what are we posting on LinkedIn to share more detailed information. We have our KPIs. So the campaign is really it's intense. I'm meeting with people this week to record them to get those personal stories. And these are all bits of content that I can then utilize and advertise, and I can utilize for people to come in and get to know a little bit more about me, and then showcasing the professional side, showcasing case studies, stuff that we're doing right now, and highlighting things that are happening in the industry. One of the things I've been talking about with my team is recently people have been seeing a lot of traffic on their Google Analytics coming from Poland. And that's something that's really huge, and there's no real fix for it. You can get rid of the traffic so it doesn't show up in your analytics, but it's been skewing analytics. So we're highlighting things like that, really showcase ourselves as experts in this space, right? But we also, how can people watch me run a campaign? It's probably the most nerve-wracking thing because I'm a digital marketer and I run campaigns for people. So having them watch me, yeah, there's a lot of accountability.
Yes.
Like the other day we were ranking, I moved up in ranks for keywords, digital marketing consultant to number 10. I shared that. Well, let me share with you that today I'm down to 12, okay? But it's because I know I need to come back in and do the content. So it's really showcasing these are the ups and downs. This is what happens in digital. So hopefully it all comes together. It's coming together.
Okay.
We're doing highlights on the show, but it's all a part of it, right? It's leveraging our entire online presence to draw more people in.
Okay. So I am going to say this. First of all, I'm going to remind you we're here at NOLA Avalon Park. So if you're hungry, come down here for some lunch. Here's Justin, he's back for lunch. So we're going to get, and Chef Broom, I don't know where he is, but he was here earlier. So definitely come by, get something to eat. It's delicious.
Get jambalaya.
Yes, I had the jambalaya. Amazing. So like I said, I'm learning a lot as I'm going along through this process with you. The campaign, if any business owner is out there and needs clarification or just wants to get a better idea of what a campaign is, I suggest that you go back and go to your Business in Digital and look at that particular episode. I think it was last Monday?
It was
last Monday. They break down what goes into planning a campaign. So you can actually look at it and see if it's something that could work for you. One of the great things about live streaming is that it lives on, so you can go and watch it on either YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook. And so I'm a proponent of live streaming, creating long-form content, and then you can edit it down and use it on your other platforms. One of the great things about meeting people at the chamber, especially for me this year, is that one of my words is collaboration. I wanted to collaborate with more members. Met Tamara. She's invited me to be a regular guest on her podcast. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Super excited to have Emmy nominated TV producer on the podcast. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Absolutely a no-brainer. So we're going to live tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're
So
live.
super excited about that. So definitely check out the podcast. Debbie is going to be awesome. She's going to be giving great video streaming, live streaming.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. They have a party in the morning. So their show goes on at 7, 8 a.m. Eastern. And I usually watch my own network, CBS News, but I told Tamara on Monday and Wednesdays when they're on, I'm watching them. So CBS has lost the viewer during that time slot. Anyway, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. But listen, tell me a little bit about if someone's interested in getting in touch with you for your services.
Sure, 100%. If you are a member of the chamber, you can definitely check out my profile on the chamber, Monovan Digital Marketing Solutions. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn. That's really our primary platform. So only on find me, Tamara MonLouis. Or you can check out the podcast on LinkedIn. We have a business page for the podcast. It's All Your Business in Digital. We're also on YouTube. We're pretty much everywhere. But you can also go to www.monobandigital.com. I want to send you to all those places. So feel free to connect with us. Reach out if you have any questions, have any answers.
Okay, that sounds good. So for the new business owner, what advice would you, digital marketing advice would you give to the new business owner? And then what digital marketing advice would you give to an already established?
Yeah, I love that question. So for the new business owner, I want you to stop, pause. Don't just build your website. Don't just create profiles. Don't just start posting. Think about the strategy. Think about your business goals, especially if you build a business plan. You want to go back to that and you want to understand how is digital going to help you to support those initiatives, right? What are the things I need to do for that? And really think back to it. For the person who's been doing business for a while, you want to understand your baseline numbers. Where are you right now? How much traffic is coming to your site? How much of that converts into anything? Does it convert? Are you driving users to your site? Is your online presence even helping you to do your business? Or are you putting more time into it and you're not seeing the return on your investment? You want to understand those baseline numbers. Make sure it's set up your Google Analytics. It's free. Set up your Google Search Console. It's free. Set up Bing Search Console. It's all free. You get an understanding of how people are seeing you online and how you're being searched for, what the keywords you're ranking for. So those things you definitely want to do as a new business and as a business that's existing.
Well, I'm in the middle of my assessment. And I've learned my key words, words that I didn't even think of. But, it's been really enlightening. Like, oh my gosh, if I had known while I was building my site, before I built my site, I wouldn't have to go back and redo it. But it's fine. I know now. So knowledge is power. And, I'm looking forward to making the changes and actually seeing the results as when the changes are implemented.
You can build something as you're setting up a website now to be a salesperson. So when someone's searching for your product or service, you're going to give them a page where they can consume content that answers all their questions. You're really just the answer to their questions, right? It's like you're the search engine. So how do you really answer?
I'm driving my team crazy because everything like, did you put in the keywords? Did you put it? It's like, okay. So yeah, so no, that's very, very important. And like I said, knowledge is power. And so being an entrepreneur is an everyday learning process. Things are changing, your audience is changing, technology is changing. There's a lot of things to stay on top of. So, if you can make a change that's really going to make a difference as far as your income, the money coming in, digital marketing is definitely top of the list. So, we're going to be getting ready to wrap up, but just wanted to remind you, we're at NOLA Avalon Park. It's people are coming in for lunch now. I thought I'd have my beignets, but they're not here yet, so I'm going to go get them when we're done. And I want to thank you, Dorothy. I am getting ready to wrap it up. So, thank you for talking. I'm looking forward to our debut tomorrow. And
Yes, thank you for having me.
oh, absolutely.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Okay.